you lift, martial arts, and so on. And then at some point, so if you mixture of all these things for so far, let's call it initiative, and maybe you can explain more also. First of all, I want you to introduce yourself, Lea. Ahla wa sahla.
Hi, thanks. So اسمي Lea Habbouche. Like you said, I'm a movement and strength coach. I also practice Brazilian Jujutsu. I combined what I know into an initiative which I called Inti. هذا الانيشيتيف هو it empowers women and gives them the confidence to take care of themselves and defend themselves بحالة situation هن بيكونوا فيها basically.
هلا هي it's a recent initiative.
Yes.
Kind of. So that's why بدي قبل ما نحكي عن this initiative, I want to know more and people to know more about yourself.
Okay.
So تقريبا when did you start? Let's link everything. When you start lifting, when you get first time for the gym, then martial arts. So كلهم سوا لأنه technically this initiatives come from your own background. So قصتك قبل to get there تقريبا مثلا when did you start martial art? How did you start?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you like من الأول how it all happened. So I studied interior design in college, and then I graduated and I worked in interior design. بعدين during this time أنا عم بشتغل بالديزاين I got into the gym and I started training. وبعد فترة I hired a trainer وغير لي my perspective عن الفتنس لأنه أنا كنت I just wanted to train to be skinny and to look good وهيك. بعدين أنه I started lifting heavy مثل ما كل بنات ببلشوا بالجيم أنه بيخافوا يحملوا وزن تقيل أنه دا يصيروا بالكي مثل الشباب. This was me in the beginning. So when I hired my trainer, he changed my perspective. He made me lift heavier and I started seeing better results. مش بس physically بس also يعني mentally I was better, I was stronger, I was more confident. It built a discipline in me. I was more patient لأنه كنت دايما حس أنه إذا بلشت شغلة بدي أزهق وما كملها. So after fitness this changed كمان. So
هذه تقريبا أي سنة؟
This was in 2014-15 هيك شيء.
But يعني at this time did you feel like you lacked motivation, dedication بقصص معينة and you found it كمان بthis إنه you find مثلا إنه gym kind of عالمي كمان more dedication for شيء معين, more motivation to be لأنه you said it إنه تقريبا إنه there was missing شوي هذا الشيء عندك بحياتك.
Yes, most.
So you found it there يعني.
Yes, everything translated من the gym to my life. يعني the discipline that I built in the gym, it translated to everything else. So I learned how to be patient in the process of doing things, and I started finishing the things that I was doing. So this was really nice. يعني
بين الاثنين مثلا بالجامعة كنت motivated بوقتها إنه studying وهيك ولا كمان it wasn't كتير إنه I think.
ليك بالأول I was motivated بس بآخر سنة جامعة I was like خلص إنه I just wanted to graduate. So after I graduated I started going to the gym and this changed in me. So صرت مرتاحة أكتر بالبروسس اللي عم بعملها. صرت مثل ما قلت لك يعني I was more patient and still يعني كل ما I train more كل ما I'm more patient because I know يعني going to the gym isn't a one-time thing. يعني
your artistic side يعني شو كان أكتر شيء were you into drawing شو كان مثلا أنا would assume مثلا من your field إنه تقريبا كان عندك شيء معين.
أنا I'm more يعني عندي كتير الorientation تبع attention to details. So I like colors, I like textures, I like هيك looking at pretty things.
طيب و martial arts كيف صار؟ شو صار؟
So after I started training صرت فكر إنه لأنه I'm training in kettlebells وبعمل animal flow كمان. So it has a lot of similarities plus it's ground based وهيك. So I started thinking إنه I want to try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. إنه I think it would go well with what I do. بس بالأول إنه it became a thought at first, and then one of my friends إجا على لبنان و he practices jiu-jitsu. جاب لي جي وحط قال لي يلا you have to start. That was 2 years ago. So I started with him and I realized إنه my background in strength helped me a lot in jiu-jitsu. يعني I was moving well, I was learning the movements pretty quickly. يعني he was impressed, I think. وأنا I was happy with how I progressed يعني. And yeah, this
بدي ارجع على شيء لانه شفتها عندك. I was gonna ask it. This animal flow. So what is it? لأنه I've rarely heard about it. I've seen it من the things you post وهيك. I'm assuming from the name يعني it comes from also movements similar to what animals would do in similar movements. But can you explain it to us?
Yes, of course. So animal flow it's a combination of different movement disciplines combined into something called animal flow. It originated in the States. حدا اسمه مايك فيتش هو he created it. So بتشتغل أكتر على it's ground based obviously. بتشتغل على your coordination, على your strength, على your cardio, على your balance. So it's
but it involves that's your body language. I saw it شوي. And it's the way you land on your hands and then you keep moving. So there's always a flow. ولا how does it happen? في music involved? How do you follow something معين, tempo معين?
هلا هو في movements معينين and then we combine them into a flow.
Okay.
You can do a flow انت on your own or you can follow a flow that's already been done. بس انت بس تتعلم الموفمنت بتصير انت you know how to connect them together. بس كمان again يعني no matter how you program it you will get different results. يعني إذا أنا I want it to be high intensity I can do one movement fast let's say for 30 minutes.
هو مثلا that's why. So how is the training method? شو بقى مثلا let's say أنا اليوم جينا سوا بدنا نتعلم animal flow مثلا. How do you teach it? يعني
Okay, so we break it down into six components. أول شيء من عنا wrist mobility, بعدين عنا activations, stretches and mobility إذا بدك, switches and transitions and movement or traveling forms, and finally the flow. So هن هو ال 6 components بنجمعهم بالسيشن. So بعلمك أول شيء how to stretch لأنه في certain stretches بالanimal flow. Then we learn how to activate the body, and then we learn how to move while we're on all fours, let's say. And then we start doing the switches and transitions يلي بتشوفني عم بعملهم, like I land on one leg or one hand and I turn ببرم من ميلة لميلة. And then منركب a small flow. Usually بيكونوا 5 to 6 movements. We repeat them.
وهون إنه as amateur as إنه it will sound إنه ما بعرف كيف, بس مثلا do you copy specific animals movements ولا ما خاص إنه the name also comes from this?
هلا هو في 3 main animals بنشتغل فيهم. هن the beast, which is also known as the bear crawl. So like the bear when you're on all fours but not on your knees are off the ground. This is called the beast. في ape, which is basically a deep squat, and في crab.
So is it that challenging to be like doing it? لأنه مرات I see it. It sounds like you don't get lost. يعني بيصير في مثل ما you said this flow. بس في coordination, في balance, في it's not that easy. So when you get into the teaching method, في challenges معينين كمان بيصير. يعني do you need a background of someone that works out that has
no not really
training or not?
This movement is for everybody وفي regressions لكل الموفمنتس مثل ما حيلا شيء بتعمله بالجيم. So إذا منه قادر مثلا to hold on all fours without touching the knees to the floor, put your knees on the floor. شوي we strengthen the core, we strengthen the shoulders, we strengthen the wrist. هي أكتر شيء بيكون في pressure على الريست لأنه كتير بتضلك على إيديك. So أكتر شيء العالم بيحسوا فيه إيديهم بالأول, بعدين شوي they get strong وبيبطلوا يحسوا فيها, بس في regressions و everyone can do it.
Is it a sort of meditation the way it is?
حسب how you're doing it.
It's a bit slow لا?
في slow في fast. ما عم بقول لك يعني حسب how you program it. If you want it to be high intensity it can be. If you want it to be very soothing it can be.
So حتى when it comes to the music في different type of music you would
هلا هن they don't use music in animal flow. They usually don't use music. بتشوف all their videos are on mute mostly يعني. They prefer not to put music. بس إنه أنا personally I use it as a way for me to let go, عرفت? And I put music and I just flow حسب الميوزك. I don't prepare the flow beforehand. I just put the music and whatever I'm feeling I just do on the floor.
وهون تقريبا اليوم مثلا so let's say all these وبعد شغلة actually قبل ما to merge كل هول and kettlebell how did you get into it ليه كمان لأنه كمان في هذا الباك جراوند إنه في عندك حشرية بكذا دومين معين وهيك الكتلة إجا بعد هول
لا الكتلة إجت بالأول
okay
yes.
so how شو صار ليه
so من بعد ما I studied to become a trainer بالإنسباير بالسكول مطرح ما I studied في workshops after the certification I took like the kettlebell workshops with Yanni أول شيء so إنه حبيتها and I looked at it I'm like okay this is cool I can do so much with this tool يعني I wanted to open my own studio وما عندي space كتير so بدي شيء يكون useful وبنفس الوقت ما ياخد space so I dug into the kettlebell thing and then I تركت يعني بس I went into a different school which is strong first ومن هناك يعني I became a kettlebell instructor this is how يعني this is the main tool I use in my studio
so eventually you had your own studio
yes
so شغلتين أول شيء so you graduated but you never ended up working
no I worked in interior design for 10 years
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Okay, so you did.
yes.
For 10.
I did my time as a designer.
Did you like it?
Yes, I love it. I still use everything in my life.
Were you working as were you employed or you were freelancing?
No, I was employed. So okay. I quit my full-time job to become a full-time trainer.
But at the time you were managing between your job and certificates and then كل هالقصص. Okay, so now when you merge كل هول سوا تقريبا يعني شو صار one day you were like إنه قاعدة هيك and then you thought to whatever you have learned in terms of skills وقصص related to the sports industry and can trainer, kettlebell, martial art and so on to use it as a let's say women empowerment initiative and to create a specific idea that is Inti lab.
Yes.
Can you قبل ما تقولينا what is it can you tell us إنه why إنه شو صار ليه
so
وين بدي خبرك لخبرك
so رح بلش بأنه أنا I got into fitness because عن جد كان بدي women to get strong يعرفوا شو يعني to be strong لأنه مثل ما قلت لك أنه most of us go to the gym بس نضعف so when this thing changed in me I wanted انه هيك مثل ضويت اللمبه براسي انه اوكي لا انه فتنس مش بس اضعف انه I can do so many things because I'm stronger now so I wanted women to realize their strengths so this is why I got into fitness in the first place بس بعدين when I started martial arts and Jujutsu صرت فكر انه اوكي I'm strong I can fight better I can fight someone who's more experienced than me so بلشت تلعب براسي فكرة انه اوكي انا بس why did I want women to be strong why do I want to be strong انه ليش كل هيدا الشيء and then بنفس الوقت كنا عم نسمع اخبار العالم البنات they're being attacked my friends me personally I was harassed several times people close to me people in my family so صرت فكر انا بشيء انه I was harassed بس I was always able to escape ولا مرة جرب يعني ولا مرة وصلت لمطرح إنه I couldn't do anything so صرت شوف إنه I want more women to do this I want more women to escape I want more women to survive this harassment or the attacks they have so صرت فكر إنه أنا ليش how was I able to escape أول شيء لأنه I'm an interior designer I have attention to detail so أنا دايما everywhere I go I'm always looking around me so I have this awareness and I'm strong so basically I'm fit and I can do I do martial arts so I can somehow defend myself so جمعتهم هول القصص in a way إنه أوكي هدول 3 main aspects كتير مهمين للبنت تقدر تحافظ على حالها بالحياة يعني لأنه it's not just about the physical aspect it's also about the mental and the emotional aspect that comes with it so I added to it first aid لأنه في كتير عالم بيضيعوا بس حدا يغيب عن الوعي أو بس حدا ينزف أو بس حدا تنكسر إيده we don't know what to do most people don't know what to do So I'm going back. I was in scouts when I was in school. So عاملة كل هيدول ال first aid workshops with the Red Cross. So I have an idea. ولأنه I'm a trainer كمان ما باخد شهادتي بلا ما يكون عندي first aid certificate. So كمان إنه دايما I'm refreshed. My memory is refreshed إذا بدك. So I combined all four. أكيد I got help from several people as well in different fields. وطلعت الفكرة إنه أوكي هيدول الأربعة القصص بيخلوا المرأة تكون عن جد confident and independent and take care of herself and defend herself. So مثل
صافي this initiative
exactly
إنتي
yes.
So هيدا من تقريبا امتين؟
من سنة ونص تقريبا.
And how long did it take you to did it start as the first workshop ولا you started with friends and around يجوا لعندك على studio and you tried all this مش workshop at the time, I don't want to call it a workshop بس انه like awareness let's call it awareness بركي يعني انت the point was first انه to create awareness مع شوية skills and to bring to teach more around you and how to escape or هيدا. So when was the first time يعني was it family was it friends يعني مع مين جربتيها أول مرة الapproach؟
اوكي هلا اول شيء
assuming you build up like a specific plan حتى تكون يستوعبوها ويصير في a method يعني معين.
صح. هلا اول شيء انا I studied like I had to study a lot of things قبل ما بلش اعلم لانه في قصص بالاويرنس انه there usually كلنا بنكون نعرفهم بس انه when you read about them and when you study عن جد بتصير تحس انه ايه انا بعرف هيدا الشيء بس ما كنت عارف انه هيك. So I had to study it took me like around 6 months بس عم بدرس قصص خاصة بالاwareness. I'm combining different techniques in Jujutsu and strength بس أشوف كيف بدي أركب البروجرام مثل ما كنت عم تقول. And then I invited my friends to a workshop. Like I did an introductory workshop. وإجوا my friends and we did it and it was a success and they all liked it and they all tell me up until now you know they still use all the small tricks that I gave them in their lives. So هي كانت البلان انه نبلش بالوركشوب بعدين ننقل into a bigger program لانه بساعتين ما فيك يعني صح. You cannot really learn much بس انه it could give you an idea of how you can be a little bit more aware and safe in your daily life.
So كيف صار بعدين شو صار يعني كيف بلش يصير accessible لأكتر وأكتر ناس؟
صار في word of mouth obviously. بعدين فتنا على عملنا الوركشوب بمدرسة ACS ببيروت كمان for the high school girls and then slowly we started like calling out and reaching out to different gyms, different people, different yoga studios لأنه the goal أصلا to reach out to as many women as we can. والعالم تعرف شو هي نحن لازم نخبرهم نحن شو لازم نعمل الوركشوب الانترودكتوري وركشوب at least كرمال for women to know لأنه this is a new concept in Lebanon at least يعني okay في self defense classes بس هيدي it's not just self defense it's not just physically defending yourself it's also verbally and mentally and emotionally defending yourself.
هيدا يمكن شوي مثل قصة إنه اليوم I see it مثلا إنه the way I see it مثلا it's very important مثلا إنه إذا حدا عم بياخد boxing PTs whatever بس إنه على طول بتطلع فيها إنه أنت اليوم البوكسينج PT بس لما حتعلم مع حدا بالشارع it's different.
Exactly.
إنه the approach وهيدا وكل شيء ومثل ما قلت mental state that you will be in وهيدا وكمان لأنه هيدا الشيء على طول is pointed out at لما it comes to البنات إنه إيه ما هو الرجال physically أقوى شو بدها تعمل لا تعمل. So بصير في كمان بالسوسايتي هيدا الشيء إنه لا you are weak إنه stay weak هيدا إنه على طول إنه كأنه إنه إيه you are the victim stay the victim kind of approach اللي هي كمان خطرة كتير. So هون اليوم إنه this program كيف هلا صار يعني شو صار اليوم يعني is it how many sessions what does it include how do يعني مثلا بيكون في kick off session بيرجع مثلا they're enrolled in 10 session 12 شو بيصير هلا شو صارت idea.
Okay so أول شيء they enroll in the intro workshop they get an idea or the feel of what it is بعدين the course يلي هو around 12 sessions we go deeper into يعني بنتمرن أكتر how to be aware. بيكون في like we simulate scenarios and stuff. And we start learning techniques like basic Jujutsu techniques, how to escape different positions, how to escape grips, and how to also like submit or neutralize someone. لأنه كنت عم تقول إنه بالboxing أو الwomen they're viewed as weak. لأنه the women are viewed as weak. Any martial art can help, بس Jujutsu gives an edge for a woman لأنه it's not about punching. So we don't teach how to punch. We teach how to submit or neutralize someone. لأنه even لو قد ما كنت قوية أنا, if I'm hitting a man, he's biologically built stronger. So I might provoke him. I might not do anything to him. بركي ما أكسر له تمه. بركي ما أقدر أعمل شيء. بينما إذا خنقته كل الرجال عندهم رقبة. كل الرجال عندهم مفاصل فيهم ينكسروا. So this is why it gives an edge for women.
يعني is it مثلا إنه اليوم let's say إنه إيه أوكي رجال إذا بده يضرب ببوكس أو he wanna grab someone يمكن عنده more power.
صح.
So maybe so is the approach من عندكم مثلا بالcourse is إنه how you will find your way لتوصل على حزنك. So work smarter مش إنه stronger.
Exactly.
So that you make it out مثلا.
Yeah. So you use his strengths to your own advantage. That's the concept of it. To escape يعني I don't teach or in the program it's not about me attacking you. It's about escaping the attack. بس يعني أنا I want to escape and go. I don't want to do you any harm يعني. You know, self-defense isn't about harming anybody. It's just about protecting yourself.
مع إنه this person should be harmed.
he should be harmed, but it's not my job to do that. لأنه maybe I won't know how to proceed.
I think this is what makes this course special. لأنه اليوم عم ينحط هول السيناريوز اللي على طول بنسمع فيهم. بس ولا مرة I'm not gonna say في حل لأنه I don't think في حل. You cannot يعني ما فيك تقول اليوم إيه بدنا نوقف الهراسرز ونمشي نروح ندور عليهم. بس لأنه نحن ببلد ما في يعني من قصص الباخة أنا بعتبر إنه اليوم the government helps harassers لأنه لمبة الشارع مش دايرة. أنا هيك بعتبرها يعني. بس فكرة مثلا هيدا إنه
unfortunately يعني
في قصص كتير. So you need to build on your own and create awareness campaigns وهيك. So هون my question تقريبا is اليوم هلا كونه صار a bit established the course مين اللي بيجي عندك؟ Are they victims? Are they just for يستبقوا الوضع يعني شو الوضع هلا تقريبا بالكورسز؟
هلا أنت إذا بتسأل حيالله بنت in your life have you ever been harassed? She's probably gonna say yes. Yeah. So they're all victims.
Again
no matter what level it is يعني حتى لو it's just online. We are.
لأنه you know better. What is harassment اليوم تقريبا? What does it include? يعني what can be called harassment?
Harassment is any form of verbal harassment أو physical harassment. It could be sexual. It could be aggressive. إنه مسكني دق فيي بطريقة ما بدي إياها. حكيني بطريقة ما بدي حدا يحكيني فيها. Harassment is a big.
But it includes كل هول حتى online.
Yes, there is online harassment. Okay. Online harassment is very well known هلا especially يعني. So you know people they bully you يعني basically online. إنه كمان a lot of people get bullied online and they get harassed online. وفي عالم they close down their accounts because they were bullied.
So all these type of harassments are all these type of harassments تقريبا your students أو you know people that get enrolled in your course are afraid of these stuff. Mainly it comes from this mainly.
Yes, from this and I know they just want to prevent it from happening or in case صار شيء معهم they want to know what to do. They want to be able to or في حدا مثلا بالبيت someone is aggressive معهم بالبيت they want to know how to defend themselves against this person in the house. So yeah.
بيكون في شوية يعني self esteem بهذا الموضوع is a bit low sometimes before they get enrolled. يعني بيفوتوا مثل ما أنا عم بقول هلا إنه they do consider themselves إنه ما نحنا we are the weak victim. إنه because of it. So في كتير ناس كمان بيتغير their personality بعد الكورس.
Yes.
Does it take a course or more the fact that they're surrounded by more women that are actually showing that we can be powerful?
I think it's both.
Okay.
يعني حتى in the workshop يلي هو just 2 hours بيفوتوا شيء بيظهروا شيء تاني.
Okay.
You know, so it's just letting them know that they can is just empowering, and they make them it makes them feel more comfortable and confident in themselves when they go out. So
what are the scenarios اللي بتتعلمون تقريبا؟ مثلا I've seen stuff مثل مثلا كيف يمسك الإيد
how you escape the grip. Yes.
شو القصص مثلا؟
هلا هن البيسكس هن when someone mounts you أول شيء we're gonna talk about the grip. أكيد إذا حدا مسكك بده يشدك how to escape the grip. إذا حدا دفشنا على الأرض how to fall and be إنه بلا ما نأذي حالنا and how to stand back up بلا ما نخلي الشخص يقرب علينا how to maintain the distance, understanding the distance. and بنشتغل على positions مثل mount position أو إذا حدا مثلا دفشك ونام عليك من فوق how to escape this position. This is very common usually إنه المرة بتنام على الأرض والشاب بيطلع بيقعد عليها
لحظة ما بقى فيها تتحرك ولا شيء.
Yeah, so we teach how to escape this position, which is super common. إذا مثلا you were cornered to a wall, how to use the wall to your advantage and how to use the floor to your advantage as well. And Jujutsu is basically it's ground based, so we learn a lot of things on the floor and mostly escaping like certain positions that are very common.
Do you include sometimes tools ولا ما خاص؟ يعني مثلا هلا lately صرت بسمع أكتر وأكتر إنه when you have a taser with you, a pepper spray with you or whatever, do you كمان include مرات ولا؟
هلا I always say if you have it, it's a plus. It's a plus, بس أنا كإنتي we're not allowed to teach people to use tools or weapons. There are other people who are qualified to do that. بس أكيد يعني
do you have
at the end of the day يعني if you have a force multiplier it's better for you. بس you have to know how to use it. مش إنه أوكي أنا عندي pepper spray بس بضيع ما بعرف how to use it. So I have to be trained to use this tool that is with me to be able to be comfortable when I'm using it كمان.
طيب اليوم أنت قد إيه ساهمت بإنه بنات كانوا بالكورس هربوا من they were able to self defense وهربوا من harassment إنه صار في كتير cases بعد
هلا بعد الوركشوب I was able to get actually 3 or 4 people they called me they're like Lea من بعد هيدا الوركشوب I was able to escape this kind of situation. One of it which is super simple أنه كنت ماشي على الطريق في محل ميلة مضوى ميلة مطفى okay and she was on her phone so تذكرت أنه she shouldn't be on her phone. She took her phone away حطته بالشنطتها وبرمت طلعت على محل المضوى and she walked بالمحل المضوى. It was this simple إنه أنا لو كنت بعدني قبل ما أجي على هيدا الوركشوب كنت بركي ماشي على تليفوني and I didn't see what's going on. There were people على البايك next to her يعني probably كانوا ناطرينها to do something. So she was able to actually avoid being put in a situation which would have been dangerous for her.
هون لأنه you mentioned ما حكينا كتير عن الصف بأحد البارت what is the prevention لأن هيدا kind of a prevention method. So شو type of prevention لو قلتي مثلا ما تكون على تليفونك شو كمان في قصص؟
Okay هي we highlight awareness like the whole course is about being aware لأنه أنت if you're aware you can avoid so many things. أنا إيش عنه في حدا جاي علي بزيح you know ما بفوت فيه وبخليه يقرب علي. So just looking around you, being aware, being present in where you are, knowing if you're in a closed space, knowing where the doors are, where the exits are, who works in the place, who's not, who looks fishy. يعني كمان في قصص you start assessing people. إذا مثلا طلع بالإليفيتر إذا حدا بقلب الإليفيتر أو برات الإليفيتر قاعد ناطر كمان في قصص body language you can learn scanning the person, checking different ticks they do.
Such as?
مثلا if someone has a weapon on him, he's constantly touching his weapon, making sure it's still there. You know,
very accessible بصراحة.
Exactly. So this is one thing.
وحتى يعني the way someone would look at you يعني إذا طلع كذا مرة يعني however إنه إذا إنه طبعوا عيونكم بوجه بعض يعني كأنه he's stalking you كمان.
Yeah.
This is a way يعني.
Yeah, but when he sees that you're looking at him and I saw you, okay, I checked you out. I want you to see me looking at you. So هون ليك الأجريسور أو الأتاكر ما بده حدا واعي to attack him. ما له جلادة. يعني he wants an easy victim, someone who's not aware, someone who doesn't know what's going on around him.
Okay.
عارفت? So we teach the girls how to not be this victim, this someone who's not aware. We teach them how to always be aware لأنه it just takes this.
Do you feel like as it's actually something that you do لازم to make him feel إنه شفتك you have been noticed للharasser?
Yeah.
And it has to be كمان the part of it.
Yeah. إنه I saw you. إنه what are you gonna do? إنه أنا شايفتك وعارفة لأنه هو رح يشوفك لأنه عم بتطلع عليك regardless يعني. So إنه أنا عم بتطلع عليه I'm checking you out. I حفظتك. Like I know you now. And if someone asks me what happened, I'm gonna know how to describe you. So once هو عرف إنه أنا شفته, he's gonna be scared. He's not gonna come do whatever it is he's doing.
هوني كمان شغلة اليوم إنه that is very important نسمعها كتير وبنقول مثلا إنه في كتير ناس بيصير بيقولوا إنه إيه ليه ما عملت شيء؟ إنه إيه ليه ما عملت شيء as if it's that easy. بس في أنا إنه I heard it a lot وحتى لو إنه كشاب I related ب other scenarios the fact that sometimes you freeze.
مزبوط.
إنه you freeze it doesn't have to be حتى coming from a guy إنه لأنه you were harassed. في scenarios إنه الخوف بيتخطى you freeze خلص you freeze. فهوني كمان how do you teach كمان إنه is there an approach for it too بالcourse?
Yes, of course. So نحن awareness part بنشتغل على different levels of awareness. وفي level واحدة من awareness هي it's gonna help you not reach the freeze part. So في عنا not aware, relaxed awareness, focused awareness and high alert. وفي بالآخر freeze. So نحن we teach them to stay in relaxed awareness. لأنه when you're in relaxed awareness, you will be able to go up to the focused awareness and then to the high alert and make a reaction أسرع من وقت ما تكون عارف شو عم بيصير حواليك. With practice, once we teach the awareness and then we teach them we practice the scenarios. So وقت يكون جسمك معود and it's been practicing this certain scenario several times, خلاص بتصير it becomes a reflex to you. So your body reacts faster. So I'm going to tell you a story about a friend of mine. She's super aware. And she always tells me she was in a situation and she froze. She didn't know what to do. And she asked me هيديك النهار قالت لي بس إنه أنا I was aware بس إنه ما عرفت شو أعمل. So it's because she's not practicing. She did not practice doing what she needed to be doing. So okay, being aware is good, but you can also need to practice it. لأنه the more you practice being under pressure in the gym or in this course, the easier it is for you to react when you're under pressure outside.
When it comes to a victim, should this victim first get rid of الخوف اللي كان عندها من previous قبل ما تبلش؟ يعني اليوم انه مثلا في كتير مرات بيكون an event معين it brings traumas, it brings a specific impact على yourself that كمان انه بتصير بتخافي اكتر واكتر من كل شيء. يعني عم بقول شو ما كان يوم مثلا اذا صار شيء ب public transportation this person would consider the public transportation محل هي she is weak وما لازم تكون موجود هونيك. يعني بيكون في traumas. how does it كمان have to be with the mental state قبل ما تشتغلوا على يعني مثلا you assess شو كانوا previous accidents ولا you should not consider this place انه ما بقى لازم تكون موجوده هونيك، لا you should be there and aware. يعني هذا الابروتش كمان على previous accidents.
هلا previous accidents usually هن بس يجوا لعنا عم بيقولوا لنا انه هيك صار معنا. هلا I'm not a psychologist. We are collaborating with a psychologist for this.
Okay.
بس وقت يجوا أكيد أنا I يعني the first thing I tell them إنه no, don't stop going to this place because you feel scared or you were harassed in this place. Learn how to defend yourself and how to be fully present in yourself and then go. You know, أكيد ال self-confidence بينزل بس حدا يجي to harass you and you don't know what to do. But this is why the course is there. We're there to empower. We're there to build their confidence up so that wherever they are, whether in a public transportation, in a bar, at home, in an elevator, يكونوا واقفين and they know إنه إذا حدا جرب قرب علي أنا دغري I'm ready to do whatever it is I need to do.
في كتير قصص بتجي من النايت لايف.
Personally أنا I've yes it happened to me.
Do you mind telling us تقريبا لأنه مثلا I do want to understand مثلا from your end أو إنه إذا you mind شو صار بالضبط؟ You mentioned 3 stories 3-4 times you said.
There are a lot بس إنه I'm gonna say the ones that إنه I can say. So at the bar إنه واقفة على البار إنه I'm ordering a drink بيجي حدا من وراي he just grabs my ass. So my first reflex was I turned and I pushed. The guy was drunk and he's like, what's wrong? I'm just playing. I'm like, no, don't play with me. This is not how I want to play. Okay, I pushed him. بعدين I had friends with me. They pushed him out of the bar and شحطوه. This is one. And I'm sure every girl has been through this situation. And it's not just me. يعني.
بس مثلا هون this person مثلا you had a conversation معه قبل?
No.
Not even.
I don't even know the guy.
مثلا some people would think مثلا انه you met him تحدثتوا انه اختفى and then اجا drunk وهيدا which is even worse يعني.
Yeah, it's even worse.
كمان لانه many people would actually relate يعني لانه يسد شيء معين انه اللي حخبرك عنه. So هون كمان شغله انه اليوم I'm gonna say it as انه شاب اوكي في the bad impression على specific شباب بس no I have to defend نحن الشباب كمان في منا that are not like this بس however في منا that are not aware of how many scenarios البنات بيكون لأنه I'm gonna say it this way لأنه نحن مش موجودين بنكون بهول spaces مرات أو ما بنكون نحن شايفين هول الناس أو مثلا ما يعني this guy مثلا is not the type of people I would hang out with يعني I don't know his character.
I know.
So كمان when it comes to الشباب لأنه أنا بكون مع شباب بيقول ايه اكيد هي انه شو لابسه او انه شو كيف كانت او انه اكيد she flirted with him.
It's always the girl بس it's not اكيد في guy ما عم بقول انا all guys are bad
لا اكيد
بس كمان في girls that harass guys ما this is also something
give it less percentage
بس انه it's very low in percentage بس guys they انه لانه مثل ما قلنا بالأول إنه women بيقولوا للبنت إنه أنت ضعيفة you're weak so دايماً المان دايماً بيحس حاله إنه he is entitled you know.
Where does it come from يعني does it come from movies from social media إنه the way they see مثلا مرات شاب would approach بنت movies or whatever.
I really don't know honestly بس إنه I'm sure إنه the guys that do that they're not okay mentally لأنه أو they've been raised in a wrong way ما بعرف يعني.
هلا في some would say إنه هو اليوم ليعمل هذا الشيء نجحت معه قبل بمرة. Is that a true approach كمان؟
فيها تكون نجحت معه أو بعد ما نجحت معه he's still trying. So إنه again أنا I don't know the psychology behind what goes on inside this person's mind and I cannot understand بعدني لهلا I cannot understand why they would do this. And this is why I taught myself how to prevent this from happening and this is why I'm teaching women to do the same لأنه we're not going to understand what's going on in someone's head. Let's be real يعني. So لأنه ما بعرف شو عم بيصير في براسه لهيدا الزلمة أنا بدي أحمي حالي. I want to preserve myself. I want to defend myself من حيلا شي معقول يعمله هيدا الشخص. So
كرمال قصة الصفوف لأنه هذه كمان هلا عم بفكر فيها. So most of the training sessions it's بنت harassing بنت. You don't get guys.
بلا بالاخر
اوكي
بالاخر
اوكي
يعني.
كيف شو بتفرق معهم؟
ايه لانه usually وقت انا اكون I'm trying to harass them they're not gonna take me seriously. انه حتى في عالم at first they don't understand what's happening. انه شو بدك بكون مسكتها وجرتها بتطلع فيه انه ما بدك تحكيني. لا I'm like what did you just learn? I'm trying to attack you. Do something. So اكيد we get guys at the end for them to feel the difference. بس انه تيعرفوا. This is how they assess themselves as well.
اوكي بهذا السيناريو بالذات كل هول do you recommend مرات ل your students or whatever to be يعني يمكن في منهم منهم gym goers أو منهم into martial art. What do you recommend يعني إنه أنتوا اليوم أخذتوا 10 sessions 12 sessions or whatever بس إنه I would highly recommend for your health and safety and so on to include specific sports in your life, specific routines. So what are the things that you recommend usually?
We do recommend أكيد going to the gym. We have different trainers that we're collaborating with. Okay. They can have their contacts, they can train with them, or we can give them a program they can follow لحالهم in the gym. And we also refer them to Beyond Submissions, which is the Jujutsu academy that I go to. So if someone wants to continue training, they go to their.
Do you consider the most efficient martial art for self-defense?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So as someone is just looking for self-defense and to learn a new martial art, you would recommend it?
Yes, I would recommend it because I practice it and I've practiced different martial arts. But the one that stuck with me is Jujutsu.
اليوم كنت عم شوف كمان قصص you guys sometimes do partnerships مع NGOs أو مع مؤسسات وهيك. So كمان you're including it, you're trying to make it happen in workspaces and awareness وهيك. اليوم شو الapproach يعني what are the, يعني what is your main target now to keep it as a studio based workshop ولا what is your plan in terms of يعني do you want to make it a national campaign eventually مثلا?
Yes. هلا لأنه it's still a new initiative, we're trying to get the word out there. We're doing collaborations with different places and different NGOs, and eventually we're going into schools. أكيد we're gonna keep doing like the.
ليه you consider schools are important?
لأنه when you teach someone at a young age, you build a better generation. يعني أكيد أنا I teach the women هلا how to defend themselves against an aggressor. But at school, I'm going to be teaching the boys and the girls, both. So this way, they both learn how to defend themselves and to understand that bullying أول شيء is wrong, and to understand كل ميلة how they feel. So when they grow older, they can actually hopefully بخف the amount of men that harass women. And بيصير في شوية bit more harmony in living.
Have you done any at school yet?
We've done only an ACS
شو أعمارهم
so far, but it was only for the girls of the high school girls. يعني كانوا 15, 16, 17 تقريبا.
شو كانوا the reaction يعني I'm sure that حتى at this age you hide a lot of secrets.
صح.
ويمكن at this age you would never identify I think as a harassment. يعني ما حد يعني شو ما كان مثل ما قلتي النظرة أو whatever وهيك. بس إنه what was the reaction? Do you felt like إنه they're very much engaged in it?
Yes.
They understand the importance of it. يعني كيف كان شو كان الجو? Did they ask a lot of questions? Were they curious يعني to figure out more?
Yes. Honestly, I was surprised. لأنه حتى هن at this age they had stories to tell, and after we finished the course they came and they asked us more questions about إنه إذا أنا هيك عم يصير معي إنه شو بعمل? What do I do? Should I call someone? You know, the feedback was amazing. يعني what they took out of this is I think for them was life changing. لأنه I know إنه at least we did for like around 80 girls, at least 30 of them أخذوا كتير معهم منه لهذا الكورس and they're implementing it in their life. حتى one of the teachers, she always texts me and she's like, Lea, I still remember everything you taught us and I still use it in my life now. So and لأنه بالworkshop we teach them how to be comfortable being on the floor. So she told me إنه right now I feel if someone's gonna attack me دغري بنزل على الأرض to defend myself. So it's nice يعني to see that it actually it's still there with them, you know. It's not just a workshop they took وخلاص نسيوه. They can relate to it because we live it on a daily basis. يعني إذا عم بمشي على الطريق إنه بضلني always aware looking around me. إذا بدي أمشي بالليل بيسألونا العالم إنه ما بتخافي تمشي لحالك بالليل, you know. So and we live this always. So this is why what we give in the workshop كتير بيأثر فيهم للبنات, especially when they're young.
Do you get a lot of domestic violence related prevention cases؟ يعني مثلا لأنه اليوم تقريبا أنا what I had in mind إنه كتير عم بتخيل إنه age range is very limited. بس which is not لا in terms limited باللي actually هن عم بيجوا to sign up. بس يمكن أنا غلطان. that's what I'm asking. مثلا do you get older people? Do you تقريبا اليوم إنه الأودينس كيف صارت؟
هلا ال age range it varies between 15 لل 60 تقريبا, وكل واحد بيجي for a certain reason. هلا the older شوي بيجوا probably لأنه صاير معهم شيء بالبيت. Not everyone shares their stories and we don't force people to talk. It's just a safe space. If they want to talk we can help, بس نحن we don't يعني مش إنه يلا خبريني شو صار معك. إنه I'm here, you came here for a reason, whatever reason it is, I'm giving you something you can use, you know. في حدا سألني عن شي صار معه بالبيت, بس usually domestic violence we don't really go very deep in it لأنه it's very tricky.
I was going to say how would you escape from a harasser that you're going to end up again تناموا أوضة حد بعضكم يعني.
It's tricky. This is a thing, but there are certain ways you can prevent it from happening. Let's say the husband hits the wife. She can study مثلا, she can start studying the patterns. When he drinks he hits me. When he's angry at work بيجي على البيت he hits me, فيش خلقه فيه. So when she starts seeing patterns she can start making plans accordingly. يعني let's say he's drinking, I leave the house if she can leave the house, for example. She knows he's coming back from work, he's angry, she can do something, she can call someone to come over. عرفت يعني في small preventative measures they can use, but again we don't go very deep into it because it's very tricky. And
maybe sadly you refer them to other NGOs.
We refer them to other NGOs which are كمان يعني it's what they're specialized in. وبنفس الوقت I try to help them prevent being abused.
When I tell you مثلا هذا الكلمة لأنه شوي ضحكت لأنه we hear that, بس أنا اليوم إذا جيت هلا قلت لك إيه الحق عليهم, what is your reaction دغري إنه how do you كيف فيك تسكتي حدا بيقوله؟ كيف أنا اليوم بدي أتعلم منك لأنه أنا لما بسمعها I ignore this person, but I think we should not ignore him. شو لازم أقول له؟
ليه أول شيء ليه الحق عليها? Like understand why ليه الحق عليها؟
ما في صفن.
Okay then لا مش الحق عليها.
صح. بس
it's as easy as that.
بس هون نرجع موضوع I don't want to sound like very عم بصنف الناس, بس في ناس تفكيرهم ما بيوصل لبعض من خيرهم. في نحن بالآخر مثل كل مجتمعات you have many layers of هيدا, بس so how كيف do you اليوم feel like when it comes to عندك بيجوا من كل backgrounds
yes
of مجتمع.
okay
do you feel like some of them are there more than others of a necessity يعني it's a danger كل الوقت؟
yes and no.
Okay. لا بدي أفسرها بطريقة معينة لأنه I don't want people to feel like this initiative now is a privilege for some.
No, it's not. It's for everybody. يعني there's no there's no age range. أول شيء قلت لك يعني it can range from 14
مش قصة
15.
الكاتيجوري ال type of people بس more accessibility. يعني اليوم إنه يعني مثلا كيف بدي مثلا في مناطق اليوم يمكن أنت لازم تروح لعندهم.
مزبوط. And we're working on it. We're working on it. حتى يعني the initiative is eventually going to be an NGO. We're working on this as well, and we're going to be getting funds to be able to give this to the people that probably they cannot attend or they cannot go out of their certain areas. So yes, you know, it's a big project, but we're taking it step by step.
ويوم you have your own studio, صح?
The studio is for my personally لإلي يعني for only fitness. It doesn't. I don't.
You train بس قصدي. You
Yes,
train
yes.
people.
I train.
لأنه كمان بدي إنه هيك إنه عم نحكي إنه إذا you wanted this بس إنه this initiative is taking from your time and يمكن it took a part of your money at some point.
Yes.
بس إنه eventually كمان it's مثل ما you said it إنه in terms of making it an NGO or whatever, it needs to be sustainable. لأنه بالآخر ما حفيك تضاينه. You're gonna هيدا. So it needs to كمان be a return أو إنه funded أو whatever. اليوم هن classes they're paid.
Yes.
Okay.
So up until this point they're paid.
Okay.
And hopefully at one point they'll be for free.
اوكي ما كمان هون لانه قصه هذا سو انه في في this class that eventually to be accessible to everyone is based on لأنه بالاخر يعني انه what you're doing is great بس انه you need this push من غير قصص to make it accessible to هذا ف you do consider انه at some point you were more committed to this initiative يعني did it suck out part من حياتك at some point?
Yes.
And you zoned out, you had to focus on it بس?
Yes.
شو صار كيف يعني شو صار؟
كتير خففت شغلي in the studio يعني I cut down some of my students in the studio to be able to focus on it.
Okay.
حتى يعني at one point I was not going out at all, just focus on it, just like لأنه في كتير قصص I want to do, كتير قصص, so many information, and I really want to build a program that is you know everyone can relate to and it's easy for people to understand and ما بدي هي كتير طويل لأنه I want people to commit as well, you know, like كتير كان في factors, كان في عندي كتير كمان. We went through ups and downs. I was working with people and then they stopped working and they stopped having you know this drive like I had. So I كمان a lot of I got demotivated a lot من بعد ما عالم تركوا, and then but I didn't stop because I believe so much in this initiative to the point that I was ready to stop working at all to actually make it work. Yeah.
واليوم يعني تقريبا you're back and you know full on you do your PT sessions
yes.
هيدا
خلص رجلجت هلا مش الحال
لأنه
I built the program خلص this anxiety and this يعني الهم يلي كان على راسي خلص إنه everything is clear in front of me now, and لأنه خلصت الدرس like I know what I want to do, I know what I want to give, and I have support as well. It's not just me alone.
هون كان بدي أسألك, so you said إنه أنت you zoned out to build up this program and make it. اليوم this program you have other people that might be teachers with eventually it needs to be more people. So you do have people that are more enrolled in terms of هن كمان فيهم يعلموا this program.
Yes, هلا I have 2 people already teaching with me. They assist me in the workshops for now.
Okay.
Until they become هن fully instructors هن they can handle the workshops on their own, and eventually it's gonna grow and it's not gonna be just me and them. We are gonna grow, and probably we're gonna do a teacher training at one point for more people to actually give those courses.
Do you think إنه هولي هن شو 12 sessions?
Yes.
The ideal. Do you think that every now and then there should be refreshing sessions ولا يعني في هيك قصص كمان بتصير؟
في رح يكون في مثل ما قلت لك انه I'm collaborating with different other people. I'm with psychologists, with people who teach survival skills, people who teach body language. وفي حدا كمان رح يكون عم يعطي talk about cyber security and cyber harassment. So there's always small workshops happening that will refresh everyone's memory. And the classes that they're going to fitness or to Jujutsu, they're already like they're doing something. So
is do you من the way you see it وقد ايه صرت متخلطة مع ناس that comes to you in terms of هذا الشيء بتحسي انه في هيدا المنتاليتي that was built انه it's a taboo ما تقولي شو صار معك؟ يعني do you think تقولي شو صار معك is helpful too?
Yes أكيد لأنه I can learn from her experience.
Okay. بتصير بالصف؟
Sometimes yes.
يعني do you do like a session بتاعته؟
again يعني قلت لك أنا we don't really push it بس إنه I share my experiences with them and I let
it took you time ترتاحي to talk about yours.
a while yes بس إنه again يعني أنا my experiences they're not يعني some might think إنه my experiences are nothing compared to what they've been through.
إنه شو بقى هلا عم تحكينا عن هذا الشيء في ناس that got raped or whatever.
Exactly. إنه أنا I was lucky. I was able to escape. I was able to push this guy off of me. Another story I'm gonna tell you. إنه one time I was driving back home at night وشايفة وراي سيارة لحقتني طويلة وطفيلة. كنت لحالي راجعة من سهرة. This was a few years ago يعني ما كنت بعرف شيء خاصه بلا بالمارشال آرتس ولا بشيء يعني بس إنه I was aware شايفة حدا وراي لحقني كيف ما يزيح وراي بعدين أنا خففت بيقطع حد شوي بشوف إنه there's 3 guys in the car and بيصيروا إنه يلا صفي على جنب I'm like لا أكيد ما رح صف على جنب so I kept driving and صرت سرع يسرعوا بالآخر فتت بمفرق وصلت على محل بأنطلياس I know this area well so فتت بمفرق and I started like going into different small routes and then لقيت محل فيه صف so I parked really quickly like it was the fastest parallel parking I've ever done in my life طفيت السيارة قطعوا من حدي I saw the car pass I waited then I turned and then I left so this is a way for me this is how I reacted so maybe someone else wouldn't have known بركي راحوا على البيت دغري انه كان لحقنا على بيتي الزلمه you know so I didn't want them to follow me home so I distracted them so ما بعرف كيف اجت على راسي هيدي الفكره بس it did
عندي بعد one more thing I want to kind of conclude فيها لانه حنحكي لانه نحن بلبنان والبلد هون كيف it works وهيدا لما بتضج قصه بيتذكروا
صح
لما بتضج قصة بيتذكروا كل الوقت نفس الشيء. There's recently a story that happened بwaterfront
yes I heard about
ما بلا ما نفوت بالديتيل لأنه كان أصلاً الشغل الوحيد نصهم مين مش شو صار مين إنه ليه إنه هيدا
why does it matter who
إنه ليه مين when things happen بصير في more awareness لعندك يعني بيدق التليفون أكتر عندك في DMs أكتر
ايه
سو كمان يعني
لانه بحس انه في شيء عم بيصير.
Are you trying to be involved in terms of have more access to tools يعني هلا you're on social media
yes
you have a website
مظبوط
بس let's see it on a national level have you been approached by televisions radios or so on يعني في حجرية ولا you don't feel it yet?
I've been approached by I've done an interview on the radio
beyond interviews يعني مثلا بتحسي في ناس that tells you إنه
we want to learn yes هي بس بتصير after the workshop
okay
يعني this is what I'm struggling to put the word out لأنه people live in denial again بينطروا تيصير شيء تيتذكروا so I just want people to understand إنه life is dangerous there is threats are everywhere ما بدنا ننطر كرمال يصير معنا شيء كرمال نتذكر إنه لازم أنا انتبه على حالي لازم أتعلم لا ما preventative measures are usually بتعملهم قبل ما يصير معك شيء كرمال ما يصير معك هذا الشيء so it's important for women to be to know that they should be responsible of their own safety and their own life ما بدهم يكونوا إنه هيك living in denial إنه أنا ما بيصير معي شيء بلا رح يصير معك شيء إذا مش معك اليوم بركي بكرة بركي بعد بكرة وإذا مش معك مع رفيقتك and this is what's happening and بيقولوا لك مثلا إنه إيه أنا ما رح يصير معي شيء ما أنا دايما مع صاحبي let's say طب how do you know إنه he's gonna protect you is he gonna protect you? Does he know how to protect you? Let's say you're not with him. Let's say he got injured while he's protecting you. What would you do? So في كتير قصص it still baffles me that they still don't think about, and they don't feel they need to actually يعني ما عندهم هالدرايف انه انا بلا بدي اكون قوية، بلا بدي اتعلم، بلا ما بدي حدا يدق فيي. لا انه خلص بيتكلوا على غيرهم. لا, be responsible of your own self and of your own safety, لانه at the end of the day this is the only way you're going to be empowered and confident. And this is why Inti is there. Like literally, I'm so driven by this project لأنه I really want women to be strong, like regardless if it's just physical, it's also mental.
لبنان مثل غير بلاد يعني.
Yes, there's just as much harassment everywhere. That's the
لأنه هون
thing.
بدي أوجه لشغلة إنه مرات you see it figured out. ما نحن مجتمعاتنا no it's not a thing.
No. حتى برا بنسمع كتير يعني. كمان صار في مش من زمان there was a story on CNN ما بعرف إذا شفتها كمان. A girl, she was at the gym, she was harassed in the gym. And بس إنه the way she talks بالinterview بتقول إنه I'm a bodybuilder and I'm strong and I knew I can fight him off. So كمان this is where being strong helps. إنه عرفت حالها, she was confident إنه she can fight, and she did. وفل وضجت الدنيا هلا إنه people still talk about it يعني.
هون هلا اليوم هيك نخلصها شوي لأنه كتير بيهمنا هيدا البارت. how people can reach out. يعني مثلا اليوم الworkshops ده كل شهر ولا you announce امتين؟ وين فيهم يشوفوا امتين وكل شيء؟ و how can they reach out to you directly إذا مرات في بس هيك بدهم يحكوا أكتر قبل ما to figure out the things وهيك. how can they reach out؟ لأن I know there's the page and there's your own page وفي الويبسايت وفي كل شيء. how can they reach out؟ وشو
they can reach out to Inti_lab على Instagram. They can reach out to me personally, Lea Habbouche كمان on Instagram. And they can also send like a message through the website. And
والwebsite من هونيك is the way to register to classes ولا كيف؟
ما هو once they subscribe with their email بيصيروا بيطلع لهم like the news every whenever there's a workshop or there's a course.
So so they're not fixed dates yet.
No, they're not fixed dates yet. No.
Okay. وشو البلانز لأنتي هلا؟
Actually there's a course coming up in the end of this month. It's going to be in Jemaize. It's the 12 session course. Okay. And من بعدها
you announce it ولا not yet?
Not yet. It's the first time I talk about it. بس usually اللي أخذوا الworkshop they have the priority to register in the course. وبعدين we open it up. شو
الفرق بين هنا واللي قبله؟
The workshop is an intro workshop. The course is a full course يعني where they
هيدا سؤالي كمان. That's why I want to see that. So when is the next workshop best?
The next workshop is probably going to be somewhere in between.
But you do it very often.
Yes.
I think a workshop should be more often than the course to eventually see.
صح يعني I'm trying to do the workshop at least once a month.
Okay.
بس it depends يعني مش دايما يعني sometimes بعمل 2 بشهر واحد, sometimes بعمل one every month. It depends حسب وين السبيس كمان لأنه we still don't have a space for Inti. So eventually كمان there's going to be a space for Inti and where there's always going to be the classes.
وفي one-on-one ولا ما في؟
No, it's preferred إنه يكون أصلاً يعني هو the group ما بيكون كبير, بيكون up to 10 people maximum.
بس يعني مثلاً بركي اليوم الناس that cannot wait or whatever, you don't have it, the one-on-one.
We can have it. We can have it, but usually you need someone with you لأنه we teach action reaction, so it's nicer to have someone with you so that you can learn more يعني and you practice مع حدا the same level إذا بدك.
Okay. Yeah. So mainly they have to reach out directly على هيدا, they will page, find out more about it.
Yes.
عن جد Lea, thank you so much for your time. hopefully next time بتصير it's a national campaign
yes, hopefully
مع كل شيء needed. merci كتير لوقتك.
Thank you so much for having me. hopefully I know this would raise more awareness.
hopefully